What if the most powerful telescope in human history has just revealed something we were never meant to see? What if the truths that humanity has carried for centuries, our understanding of the origin of the universe, the flow of time, the very fabric of space itself, are beginning to unravel in the face of new discoveries? The James Webb Space Telescope, built to peer deeper than any instrument before it, has begun to return data so unsettling that even a Nobel Prize-winning physicist has spoken out, delivering a chilling warning to the world. His words were simple but terrifying: "This is not our universe." The purpose of Webb was to search for the faintest light from the beginning of time, to trace the first galaxies, to confirm what we thought we knew about the Big Bang and the early expansion of space. But instead of reassurance, it has shown us a universe that defies explanation. When the telescope focused on one unassuming patch of sky, scientists expected to see faint smudges of young galaxies still forming, chaotic and small. What appeared instead was a golden haze that looked at first glance like a typical galaxy. But as the data poured in, the picture became impossible to ignore. This glowing cluster was not ordinary. It was the most distant galaxy ever recorded, shining only 290 million years after the supposed birth of the universe. According to every cosmological model, such a thing should not exist. There was not enough time, not enough material, for such a massive, bright, and well-structured galaxy to form. And yet, there it was, calmly existing at the edge of everything. The shock only deepened as Webb uncovered more. Dozens of galaxies like this one now appear in Webb's data. They are too massive, too evolved, too ancient in appearance to belong to the time they are supposed to inhabit. Each one stands as a paradox, and together they threaten to topple our entire understanding of how the universe began. By all laws of physics, these structures should not be there, and yet they gleam in the deep void, taunting every theory we have ever built. When scientists looked closer still, the mystery expanded. Some of these early universe objects are not simply large, they are outright alien. In a normal galaxy, about 10% of the gas and matter condenses into stars while the rest remains as dust and material drifting between them. But Webb's instruments detected objects that had done the impossible. They had converted 100% of their available matter into stars. No leftover gas, no dust clouds, no dark gaps, only pure, blazing starlight filling the void. Nothing in astrophysics accounts for this. These structures should collapse under their own weight or scatter apart before such a conversion could occur. And yet, they shine steadily, as though they belong to rules we have never imagined. The question grew darker. What if these are not galaxies at all? What if we are not glimpsing the earliest chapters of our own cosmos, but instead something else entirely? Could these be remnants of a previous universe, echoes of a cycle that happened before the Big Bang? Could they be structures intruding from another dimension, pressing into ours where the boundary is weakest? Or could we be seeing the fingerprints of an entirely separate universe, brushing against our own reality? To understand why this has shaken the foundations of cosmology, we must consider the horizon of the observable universe. The farther away something lies, the faster it moves away from us due to the expansion of space. Beyond a certain boundary, known as the Hubble sphere, objects recede faster than the speed of light itself. Logic tells us that we should never see anything from beyond this boundary. Yet Webb's detectors are capturing light and signals that appear to come from regions beyond this cosmic edge. It is as though the telescope has peered through the curtain and caught a glimpse of what lies outside the stage we thought was the entire show. Light that should never have reached us is arriving anyway. The implication is staggering. We are seeing beyond our universe's edge, and what lies there remains unknown. This realization has forced scientists to ask questions once dismissed as fantasy. What if the universe did not begin in a singular Big Bang? What if time itself is far older than we have ever considered, or worse, What if our cosmos is not the only one? The discoveries suggest fractures in the picture we have painted for a century. Perhaps what we are seeing is not a neat timeline stretching back to the beginning, but a tear, a place where two realities overlap. Perhaps we are witnessing something far older than our own cosmos bleeding through. Among the strangest findings Webb has delivered is not an image but a soundless pulse. Hidden in the background data was a faint rhythmic oscillation repeating at precise intervals. It is not the pattern of a pulsar. It is not gravitational waves. It is not a fluctuation in the microwave background. Instead, it follows a mathematical rhythm, too precise to be dismissed as noise. Some astrophysicists have called it the heartbeat beyond time, while others caution that it could be the signature of exotic matter existing outside our universe. Yet some go further, whispering that such precision may not be accidental. That perhaps it is not a natural hum at all, but a signal encoded within the very bones of reality, waiting to be discovered. Other anomalies have surfaced. Webb has detected massive gravitational effects in regions where there is no visible matter. These phantom fields bend light, warp space, and tug at surrounding galaxies, yet nothing detectable causes them. Unlike dark matter, which is believed to be spread throughout the cosmos, these distortions appear concentrated, as if enormous invisible structures are pressing on our universe from beyond. Some theorists now believe that Webb is detecting the shadow of another cosmos colliding with ours, the weight of one universe falling against the skin of another. The discoveries continue to accumulate, and each one points in a more unsettling direction. Galaxies at the limits of vision spin in strange asymmetries, as though something unseen is pulling them sideways. Their patterns of rotation suggest they may be under the influence of forces outside our own spacetime. One revived theory suggests the existence of a mirror universe, one where time flows backward, where the laws of physics invert, and where our reality is only half of a larger whole. Webb's data hints at these overlaps, these gravitational tugs, as if we are entangled with a reflection of ourselves. If true, we may not be alone in the multiverse. We may be intertwined with a shadow reality that exists alongside our own. Then came one of the most haunting findings. Webb tracked a light signature at the farthest edge of what we can observe. As expected, the signal began to fade into nothingness. But then, impossibly, it returned. Not from the same direction, not at the same time, but with the exact same spectral fingerprint, as if it had left, struck something, and bounced back. The telescope had captured a cosmic echo. But what could reflect light across the boundaries of the universe? There are only two possibilities. Either the cosmos is finite and curved, allowing light to loop back around upon itself, or there is something at the very edge, something vast enough to reflect across infinity, something that should not be there. The James Webb Space Telescope was built to illuminate the origins of the universe, but it may have revealed something far more terrifying. Its impossible galaxies, its phantom masses, its echoes and heartbeats all point to the same conclusion. The story we have told ourselves about where we are, when we are, and what we are may be little more than an illusion. Perhaps the physicist was right. Perhaps this is not our universe. Perhaps we drift on the edge of a structure greater than we can comprehend, older than time itself, a universe behind the universe. And so the most unsettling question of all is not whether we are alone in the cosmos, but whether we are even in the right cosmos.